Because love is an illusion, hate is an illusion.
And you feel like you need that realness.
You need that realness, but if you don't have that realness, me ain't never tax.
True.
Me da walk in as acting with 100 man. And I like me can't walk in. Me can walk in with 100 man. 100 man your place full up. And there's no smoking and every man have to smoke. You can't tell me nothing. I mean you're acting. You want the interview or not? And me have a do on the interview and say, you know, so let me interview and sell me for sell it and look right in the eyes. That is acting.
Anybody when me hurt out there, me say me sorry. When you're wrong, no, you're not too big to say you're sorry.
Yes, welcome to the journey, brought to you by the Bridge Official. Tonight we have the pleasure for bringing someone to you that hold on a generation, right? Where pioneer a section of music where the voice has so much struggle, right? And him drop a big album recently. Oh, Sunday we got the album release.
Jesus.
I-Octane. Wagwan, welcome sir.
Wagwan, give thanks.
Welcome to the Bridge HQ, you know.
Bridge HQ over there.
A local family, right? We start a local clothing line and thing and we just put in the work, you know. You know what I'm saying? So, you're on the journey. HQ is kind of like, we like to focus on not on the destination, but the process. Because sometimes that go over only for youth head, right? Them feel like, yo, man, for the artist, man, for have this.
No, 99% of the world.
Yes.
Process.
And them not appreciate the journey, right?
No, they not appreciate it. That's why, because of everybody. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. When you put in an album, the name I Am Great. Jesus, man.
Hold on, before you go, I Am Great. If I get a jacket, right?
Hey.
No, me ask you.
Yes. What type of jacket? A fashion jacket?
No, Jamaican term. They call kids that is not yours. From a woman they talk to and them say a fair jacket. And you would reach a certain age. And see as the father. Whether it's boy or girl. What would you do? After you've been the father. And
you know what me that do? Instead of youth reach a certain age already.
Yeah.
Me
10,
that,
12, 13, 14.
Me that continue. And me that just own it. Because I don't build a connection there. Time is everything.
But the youth don't know enough. Because you find out to do it the DNA and the youth don't know. You tell the youth say, you're not his or her biological father.
No, I won't tell.
Good. Yeah, good youth.
Won't tell. Won't tell. It's not won't tell. But a situation like that, reach the eye. Hey, it's on the bridge ball ground, you know. And you in charge of the match.
You would have thought about that off camera.
Yeah, which is right.
I feel like, you know what I mean? But
that's crazy because from the other, it's funny you bring that up because I feel like from the other day now, especially the album, it's more of a let me be vulnerable. Let me get in touch with some inner feelings. Let me, say things probably I never said before, or you want to clear the ear. Like, one of the tune them on the album is I'm Sorry. More you describe it in your words. How would you describe that song?
Sorry? Well, here we go on now, brother. See, in this time, like currently, as we talked about before, the process, people don't understand. Or we get caught up in the internet world. You understand? Leaders of the world, saying the elite group of the world that run the world and they create this thing in internet. It was created to utilize your five senses. It was created to utilize your sight, which is one of your weakest senses. You understand? Out of all your senses, like this, like seeing is one of your weakest senses. That is where they conquer you. Because when you're in tune, everything is here. The phone, everything. So everything, when you're in tune, when you're seeing synchronized with the movements of their algorithm, then hearing, and my feelings is the most important sense. You know what I mean? If you meet an accident, God forbid, you're paralyzed, you don't want to feel. That's why you can't. That's why you don't. Remember, you have blood still running through your foot, but you don't have no feelings in it, so you can't function. So when they conquer your sight, they conquer your brain. So when they conquer your brain, then you forget about the process. Everybody start to look on the end product. So when you start to look on the end product, you don't think about the process. So what they're doing indirectly is to kill you, kill your morals, and kill you being remorseful for things. So sorry and these things will come out in vocab. You understand? Yes, and then kill you being in tune with yourself as a human being. So where they develop this mature thing. But you're a broken individual. So 90% of the world create a persona and living through that persona. But them themselves is a dead individual. So the persona become the soundtrack of their existence, like I-Octane. So nobody ever tell me as bio say, I love you, you know what I mean? I respect you. But through I-Octane, you get all the love. So me that shed bio memory like snake skin and live through I-Octane, but I-Octane isn't real, like it's a persona that you create. You understand? So it's a persona that you create that's taken onto human flesh. But you need a sturdy individual behind that persona to make it make consistency, make the persona consistent. You understand? So that's why you have a lot of youth just break and then reach this just far, but then start to decelerate. Because a person, which is you, who's directing, you also need direction. You understand? So that is what the internet does, so nobody no remorseful. So a man, say, alright then, like when I have on 100 chain, I put it on and say, yo, turn over the camera, it's beautiful. But me not show, say, yo, me left Jamaica, come work in a McDonald's and I clean the floor. You understand? I not show these things. So everybody caught up in just painting a narrative or painting, something just to feel validated by the same internet where everybody occupied. It's the only thing that they don't need a qualification to have access to.
And so much information on it, it's dangerous.
Anybody will touch your computer, them have to have access for going to your information. Your driver's license, you have to qualify for that. If you have a gun license, you have to qualify for it. If you have a piece of land, you have to go through the process. But this platform where every and any individual can just get a phone, get internet and then just access it.
So are you saying it's okay to be remorseful, sometime be the bigger person and, for lack of better say, oh, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You don't have to always try to say, be the man and...
Because what you know if you learn every day. You understand? So if you can look into yourself and turn your mistakes into lessons and then turn them into experience and then become a better individual from it. So you can actually run that information down the stream. So better, you cultivate better individuals around and not just empty shell. You know who you are. You understand? So you as a human being have a break. You know people say, Octane and my song is, but they will never come publicly and do it. Especially male, they will never come publicly and say it. You know why? Because you're not gonna look like you're
macho.
You're not look macho. It don't look like you have a testosterone. But to who?
Exactly.
Who you're seeking validation from? Who you're seeking validation is also seeking validation. You understand? So this is, we lose that thing. So when you look into yourself, you yourself have to make that effort to change, because if you don't make that effort and change, everybody that you come around, you're gonna impact them in the wrong way. So the cycle is gonna continue.
I feel like there's not only entertainment value, but it's a message. Like you purposely do message.
I saw me stay from ever since, I saw me stay when I enter into music, I always stay from school days. Come on.
It's like a deeper meaning behind.
But then the Almighty blessed me with being so multi-talented that I'm good at dancehall, I'm good at reggae music. And then when we start the reggae music, people in the reggae fraternity start to push me aside.
Really?
Yeah, them start to push me aside. So, me have the big reggae song them, but you're not getting any benefit from that side.
Okay.
And you're also blessed with dancehall.
Okay.
So when I sing dancehall music now, I never have no money to them starting dancehall music and then become a millionaire. So who are you to tell me not to sing that? When me I sing everything over here, so me I suffer. I'm gonna go over here, so. See? So these are the challenges that you get as a young youth. So you as a young individual, just like the youth them know sing gun song and chop song. Majority of them are not gun man.
But at that itself.
Chop song. But majority producers who are rooted in the business not give them opportunity. So they make a friend build something off of reasons or internet or advise them and they become a star. So who are you to tell them not to see?
So,
unless you show them the changes and how to change it.
You feel like that's one of the reasons them where we now get rhythm no more with like a juggling, like you have 10 solid artists and artists that compete who have the best tune from the rhythm.
Yeah, because people get caught up in narratives and not really human being. Right? Two people believe in the internet. Remember when the internet crashed and the whole world crying?
They know what to do with themselves.
Like everybody. You understand? Because people get caught up in the internet. The internet is everybody got it. People don't.
That's a good word for that. Them that them worship.
That
them worship.
You understand? So and it all because of sight. If you're going through an airport, 90% of who walk through the airport head down in them food, and you stand up and them walk, boom and buck up in the air. Even the pilot that fly the plane with him head in the food, and him land the plane. Brother, hold the plane up, brother. You understand? Because they control your side. And when they control your side, they control your mind. Enough people feel like if you control an arm or a leg or a capillary or a vein or anything, you control a human being. You have to control the mind. If you control the mind, you control a human being. You understand? The mind is the engine. All human being. Your mind is what? The mind is so unique that when you go in bed, you wake up without having to plug into a wall and recharge. Everything else you have to plug it in a wall. Or it have a battery or something.
The knowledge you drop on me, is that something you learn over the years to who you are now?
Yeah, experience.
Put your experiences in that.
Experiences teaches wisdom, and I always stay them way, but
okay.
I never really like reason with people, like because as I say, Biomi Mirror wasn't like something that I was proud of, because Biomi Mirror have a lot of emotional scars. So if me a reason with Biomi, me tell us, yo, last time I got in bed, I'm cry star. And it sound to me back then, it sound girl, it sound delicate.
Oh yeah, sir.
Not knowing that the man, people were around there say, yo, and give you that type of aggression, and they also do these things, but they're afraid to say. Because remember, we grew up without father, we grew up without mentor. So you look at Bridget become your mentor.
What do you see?
And he's not a leader. You have limited experience, and once you have limited experience and you're feeding a village, and every single person is going to be limited also. You understand? So this is how we grow. So I just push Biomi Mirror aside. Biomi Mirror, the youth will cry. Biomi Mirror, the youth will walk, go to school. The youth will never have no TV, the youth will never even have a toilet, like an outside toilet. The youth will use cursing oil and lamp and all these things. The youth will people ridicule. The youth will sell a coronation market. The youth will. So when you look back through these things, you see all of these things. But then now, when you're in tune with yourself, because knowledge is very imperative. So when you get, greatest thing is to know. when you in tune yourself, you find yourself, Wyoming Mirrors, a diamond is everything that make you successful. But you have to in tune with yourself so you can appreciate it and understand the meaning of the Creator. Understand why God put you through that. You understand? Understand why the Almighty put you through these things.
I get some gems tonight, and I feel like I like it because I feel like we are reason, and I feel like a lot of youths are gonna see this and appreciate it because we all go through things. We all have scars, we all have buckles, but yeah, so you feel like that's one part of disadvantage of our culture. We don't have a way of communicate certain mental health thing, right? I go through a little depression, but you have to hide it and mask it and then just blow up on time. You just blow up on somebody, probably do some violence and harm them and boom, you in jail for the rest of your life. But if you have an outlet to say, you know, say me I go through this, or I'm not so 100 today, or you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's something missing from our culture.
Brother, people need that avenue. I start a thing named meditation card. You know what I say, the amount of people I help daily. Like, literally daily, free of cost. Because people like feel comfortable, so they have an avenue to express themselves. Note, I am not on paper, I'm not a legit therapist. But I play the role of that, and a humanitarian role. I listen to people. Sometimes people just want to just hear them out. Without you being objective. You can be objective, but just listen first. And then you can show them, you know? You know, people call me a crazy story. A girl call me, a girl link me and say, yo, I see you post up meditation kind of hope you see this. Like, I see me about 2,000 messages when I answer. And I don't know, God, me just look on her one day. And she said, yo, I hope you see this, because if you don't see this, you have to hear about me on the news. So anyway, I have to DM her and say, what? And she tell me, say, she buy a machine. And she sharpen it. And every time she go, she knows her man will kill her because he's stronger than her. But every time she watch him asleep, she look somewhere a perfect spot for chopping. One chop, she want to kill him in his sleep. And I say, anyway, I get her number, me and her start talking, she explain. And it take me like 2 weeks. Every day she call me, she tell me something, I'm just listen. Tell me something, just listen. Tell me something, just listen. You understand? Instead of when she talk, me object and say, no man, this and that. Then she now get it off her chest. You understand? So she tell me now. Till, as I say, time heal all things. You know?
Yeah.
Time heal all things.
As I say, sleep it off.
Yeah, the only thing on earth that don't have an expiry date is time. Everything else have an expiry date. Next couple years from this, you know, next couple years from that, a new version of this. This all mash up. New version of car. Even your epidermis, shed skin, you know, everything, time, outlive all things.
So, and all of these gems, most of these gems in the album.
Everything in that.
You feel like that's your outlet to, you know?
Not everything.
But
majority.
I feel like that's your outlet to, especially upon this album. I feel like that's your therapy to the album. You express yourself through music. Because I feel like you're being the music can be I-Octane for you.
To be honest still, this side of me is my favorite side. So this side of me is the real me, because I buy you and you're this.
Gotcha.
But then entertainment, you know, kind of make you dabble into different things. And then your persona get caught up into different things. And then you have a thing named responsibility job playing. So it boils down to dollars and cents. And anytime any person that is creative is put into any lane that's his narrative becomes dollars and cents, then that individual are going to lose their value. Because creative people is very essential. It's different when you're very creative. So, and creative people don't do things because of money. So once you start to make a creative person do things because of money, you now get the true element of that person.
So, you said earlier that when you do reggae, right? You never did make the money and think people never did appreciate it. Then you go dancehall and it makes sense and you make your money and you become a millionaire.
When I do reggae, I want my mother stop selling, I want my mother this, I want to help my mother because people are disrespect her, I want to do these things. I have a big song that nobody now book me or Europe, nobody now do these things. We're not getting a reggae show unless we're there Jamaica.
You feel like you're a pure farmer of reggae?
Yeah. Not really reggae.
What would that call it?
I not really put name for my music. But my pure farm is when we do social commentary.
Okay.
You know?
So it have a lot of soul in it.
Yes, you understand?
When you have soul and you can feel it.
Yes.
So no fit, but me's a lover of music, right? I love performance. So I go different, but as I can say, it's like in terms of performance and artistry, from someone performing, you can feel when it's a certain thing. Like you feel the vibration in your body.
And that is that come with that synchronize with.
Does that come from your pain?
Yeah, that synchronize with you with the pain, because that is the soul, that is the pure form of you. You understand? But as I say, we're from a place named Jamaica where if you say you're talented, that's a now. You can't boast about talent. Someone said the talent with this, me that no. You live at Kingston and go St. Elizabeth because see your next youth way. Don't want to do what you're boasting about, but he's more talented than you. So who are you? Remember, you know, you're the town and I say you're the most talented and you're this and that. And you go St. Elizabeth, go see a youth that tie out donkey or push cart and he's more talented than you. Me go country, I play football and me at town, I play soccer, you know, football. Me are the most talented and my skill. I'm go country, go see a youth that tie out coat and hat. He would have killed me with pile and sand and rope.
What's your message behind it?
And those things, we hit those things because they can't make nobody know them something. And them things that live with me in my subconscious, like, yo, then I'm you to really out there talented that it give ram, like it affect my ego. You understand?
That's
but that is also a lesson in the long run when you learn. So you learn to appreciate yourself. But what we lack of in Jamaica is not talent. It's application. We apply ourselves because we don't learn these things. As a matter of fact, we learn along the way, trial and error. You know, when I'm in infrastructure, we have nothing that put in place for us to be an official product, an official brand. You know what I mean? Yes, so these are the things. So when you're in Jamaica, and then a lot of crab in a barrel, something. Crab wasn't meant to be in a barrel. That's why they back that way.
Which is right. You feel like we lose a lot of we not have right now a lot of the people, them especially in music, where we would teach where we are, give you a message through music. You feel like, try pick up a slack there.
No, try as a farmer, I don't try. I don't try, if I don't could. I don't should, I don't, maybe. Then I just use them in a sentence because of English language. But remember them say the English language fumble. Anything with fumble, that means it's no good. You understand?
So you do.
So it don't good. English language don't good for black people. And our language that.
Which is right.
That's why them words spell so much things and them pronunciation for one word and spell much things and it means so much different ways. So it's hard for your master.
I-Octane dropping bars. And knowledge, like
yeah.
You just want to be a sponge right now and just
observe it.
Yeah, cause you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I know people that watch this and just dip on and just you know what I mean? So just feel his ears.
All of these things gonna affect us. The fruits, the plants, everything. We are eating rubber and you know. You got a supermarket, most of the fruits them are rubber, most of the things them are you don't know. So these things is gonna affect you in the long run. So you don't have the time span because your cells and everything is being deteriorating in your body, you not even know because you utilize their product. You not plant none. You're not cultivating.
No.
So you're dependent.
Very much so.
So we're dependent. So once you're dependent, I can give you anything. So you now live for 78 more years. So you have to make sure so you leave your mark now. So that's why I'm looking at myself and I'm saying, yo, it's not. No, clinical. I can't make a mistake. That's why I say when I find myself, I stop. I'm not perfect, but I'm not make mistake again because of experience.
So yeah, use the experience and better yourself and but I get gems. Sometimes when you get gems, you just have to listen and be receptive and learn from it. And you know what I mean? I been through all of that stuff. I give back, right? So we just have to.
Knowledge.
I never this lesson. I never hear. So we expect the interview for go, but so you know when you in a vibe, when you in a mood, you don't know when it gonna come.
No, but anybody, listen.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear anybody will interview me, and you got time. A matter of fact, I don't do interview if when they are cuss me. I don't do interview if I can't research.
Which is right.
Because I now get my point across.
Which is right.
And why me I put myself in a situation where I got dumb my knowledge. When the greatest thing is to know. You know what I mean? Right. So every time me open my mouth for an interview, one person should hear it and be awoke. It's supposed to say, channel start not true.
Woke already?
Yeah, I start to look into yourself and talk back into yourself. Yeah. You understand? So these are the things them that me do because naturally, like the Almighty really put me on the earth to do certain things like this is your power, this is your strength, this is what you need for them. You know what I mean? Sometimes you run from your calling, but 360 degree full circle come right around so connect back again. So you still have to just do what you need for them. And a legacy can't set around here without human beings utilize it. That's why the Almighty put human beings on top of the food chain. And everything is the lower habitats in the food chain. But human beings is on the top of the food chain and we become the dumbest animal on top of the food chain. You understand? Because we get caught up in the matrix. Because you was rewired and reprogrammed, just like your computer, rewired and reprogrammed to believe in the matrix more than yourself. If you plant a seed outside, the complete full fruition. You ever see a mango tree go school yet?
No.
A mango tree no need to go school if you know say to bear and produce mango and feed the people. You ever see an animal in the lower habitat in the food chain? Do what them not for this. When you come to full fruition, you got dog. You know, protect these things. A human being alone go to school. Why we go to school? Why these things upload? Why we need diplomas? Why we need degrees? Why we hand this algorithm? Why we need these things? Why we can't be creative by ourselves and create and come together and be entrepreneur and synchronize business and everything work the same way. You know? Why may I go to the same school and have the same qualification, but why you're out of job? Why you have to take a lower job?
What are some of the solutions, right? Because so if it was in your hands, I-Octane.
But the solution is knowledge. Because all of these people that create this matrix, all of the accomplishment them where you have, where you feel like you want to be successful. If you want to be in this glass, it takes certain activity to be successful in this glass. But the world bigger than the glass. Majority of these wealthy people, they have never been to school. They've been homeschooled, they've been to school, they're not a degree, they're not a diploma. So if they don't have these things and wealthier than me, what is the problem? You understand? So they put you on an algorithm, say you go to school and you get a degree and get a diploma, bachelor 1, 2, and 3, and then put you on a work role, you start to compete against your peer. And then it take you 40 years before you become a manager. 40 years, everything in you start decelerate when you're 20 or 60.
That's true.
Enough man impotent when they reach 40 and 30 and rent. And you depend on an algorithm and pay tax, and pay this, and pay loan, and pay all these things, and then And then you start to look on your house and your car as your accomplishment with all one child and your accomplishment. And then you say, alright then, you know what them do? Them program you for relive through your kid and blindfold your kid natural talent. Because you want to become a doctor and lawyer, you miss out on that. So you got to tell your people, say, I have to become a doctor and lawyer. And you know, so your kid is a practical kid. This kid is a genius. Nothing to do with theory. Look for your kid, them study them, and place them in the right place. So you want to live through your kid, and then your kid grow and go and live through for them kids. So generation is depressing generation. So you're going to have the generation, no growth in the generation. You understand? So this is what it do to you. So you feel like you're accomplished. Enough money for ask. Why you feel like you're accomplished? So, something on the earth. I can't remember what some of my training. Okay. But which human being can leave out a year present and say, alright, is it because of you? I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do it. And I affect or inspire a whole generation. See, if Bob Marley got sing for Benz 50 years after Bob Marley would not lead that church. 50 years, Bob Marley dead older than me. And him still are the biggest reggae artist. But that's for sure. Like, and him dead at age 36.
I feel like me a reason with I-Octane.
No, Bayomi Muir.
Oh my! Welcome to the journey, Bayomi. It is right. So, but this is your natural state, your most comfortable state.
That's how I stay now.
Who you that par with?
Me's a boring person, you know, like, I like knowledge.
Yeah, so your TV, where you get most of your knowledge from?
I just stay by myself. Me, when they are Florida, when they can tell them, I just lock up in my house. If I not gonna run or make sure so when they just put me on, just make sure you get a place for me where I don't want to live nowhere around the Jamaicans. And I don't want to live nowhere where you have a lot of person will look to this melanin.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because if I live amongst Jamaicans, how am I going to grow? Because I have the same, I get caught up in the same thing when I leave Jamaica for. I go sit down and I do the same thing every day and acting and this and that and what I do. So there's no growth there. See? Some people might take offense to that, but there's knowledge in that. So I need to explain that. And then now, I can freely be myself, like I can freely process things instead of fear walking at the I-Octane persona every day.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when I live on a building like that where people get up, I live on a place, I live somewhere where when I run a morning time, people tell me, if I pass 100 person, them tell me morning. If I pass 100 person, them say morning, run 100 person. Those people tell you morning and deal with you with a different respect and manners so that start to embed it back into you.
Yeah, feel yourself.
No, like you start to say, alright then, this is how I'm supposed to do things because we're in our environment where people, family oriented and people, respectful. Because love is an illusion, hate is an illusion.
And you feel like you need that realness.
You need that realness, but if you don't have that realness, me ain't never tax.
True.
Me da walk in as acting with 100 man. And I like me can't walk in. Me can't walk in with 100 man. 100 man your place full up and there's no smoking and every man have to smoke. You can't tell me nothing. I mean you're acting. You want the interview or not? And me have to do the interview and say, you know, so let me interview yourself if you sell it and look right in the eyes. That is acting.
you give it a whole heap of gems and
yeah.
If you could, the person who's watching this and saying, yo, they must say them love this version or maybe they don't have that in the home where I give them the guidance. If you could leave them with a message, like what's your ultimate message to them right now would be?
Your ultimate message is to tap into yourself. Tap into yourself. That's why the Almighty life make you alone. No matter how much brothers and sisters you have, there's none of them have the same blueprint like you. You're the only one here. And anything that is the only one, it's rare and it's special. Just look into life. If you have a gemstone, a diamond, and it's the only one or limited version of it, it is more expensive because it's rare. You have only 10, so you have to pay millions of dollars for that, the value. So if you are the only version of yourself, why you don't think you're special? Why you don't think you're put on the earth to play a great role? If there's no other duplicate like you, even your offspring, yes, them have your chromosomes, yes, and them have your cells and it, you know, but you can have all 10 people or 20 or 30 people, and none of them not have your blood type. None of them. Them have your chromosomes, yes, and them have these things, and your father and DNA, but none of them not even have the same blood. Them cannot even give you blood if you're sick. So the Almighty assure you say you're special. So once you believe that and know say you're special, that means you're in a competition with nobody but yourself. Just find yourself and just know say, yo, you're great and you come here to do great things. And greatness don't mean you have to live long. Mm-hmm. Some people feel like greatness, who want to live for 100. Mm-hmm. Why you have a long life and you don't live an impact on earth? Majority of who die young.
If a big impact.
Big impact. Because sometimes you get time. And time you can come contradict what you do before. And you're just as good as your last performance. In this time. Because people have no memory, short-term memory. So just believe in yourself. When me I lose weight, yeah man laugh and say, oh. And when me lose it, them say Dr. Miami. You know why? Because them can't follow me. Because in a freedom head, them have a different narrative for me. Mm-hmm. People have put what they think about themselves or the idea where them have in them head for you. People put in expectation upon you where them not put on themselves. Mm-hmm. You understand? So people have got a standard where them not have themselves. So once you have a person on a certain expectation where you don't have yourself, that person I go feel for you. Because once them do something out of the narrative that they create in your head for you, mm-hmm. You go say them fall off, or you go say them a change up them thing, and you go say you lose off, I'm disappointed. Why are you disappointed? People like use the words. I'm so disappointed in you. Mm-hmm. Why are you disappointed in us? Like somebody else. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you have so much sins. You understand? I'm not disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in this particular situation, mm-hmm. This particular decision. But I can't disappoint. That's why I say people attach things to your whole existence. Mm-hmm. So that's why you can drop that glass and you're done with me over the glass. Mm-hmm. And everything else what it was great. And that is what black people need to know. That's why white people, them can divorce but living in the same house and them now mash up the business. You cheat on her, she cheats on you. Everything sacrifice, the kids, the business, everything.
It's not care about nothing.
Because me I cut off. Vice versa, man, I cut off my nose to spite my face.
Gems.
You understand what I say?
Yeah, gems. Yeah. We get it's like the knowledge we get, we can't thank you enough. And
think of yourself. You know me, I'm on the chat like, man.
Listen to me. But I appreciate it. Sometimes you need to feed your soul, and I feel like
every day I have to do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Every day I have to do that.
So you give us some gift tonight, and from behalf of the bridge, we want to give you something from behalf of the bridge, right?
See that?
And every journey prior to the bridge, just continue like just for overall from me as I-Octane from day one. Just thanks for everything. And thanks to everything that you have done. Big up on the album again, brother.
Yeah.
Happiness in a bag.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
This is
just straight on the front now. Straight on the front. Yeah.
This is great. This is good. Alright. You know why I'm saying like this? You hear it say happiness in our bag. Happiness and what it signifies, what it means, what it represents. You understand? So when you say happiness, naturally, because we teach anything there, it repeats in your brain and your brain know what it means and definition for it and how you're supposed to feel about it. So this is good thing that you're speaking in the universe. So it's how important it is for you to get up every day and speak good things over your existence. You understand? Speak good things over your existence. So enough people like them stop themselves because you doubt yourself.
Don't doubt yourself.
No, anything what you do, brother. If you're gonna try it, don't do it. Just do it.
Let's do it. And that's what I try and do here at the bridge.
Do it because your failure. Don't look at your failure as a mistake. Look upon it as an experience. Because you can fail, you know. You can have like an equation, but you fail because certain things never work out right. So if you put 4 years, you end up with 3 and. But this is if you look upon it, it failed because of the particular equation we are used. But that failure give you a new invention.
Yep.
You understand?
And which are some most things invented.
So
it never meant to invent by accident.
Way. You understand? So you have
Gems.
to know. You have to know. Say when I feel that we have experience, we've been experienced, and what we use from the experience and put them turn into lesson and and then we'll just move on from this. So.
That is it.
That is it.
Thank you. Out.
Move it happy. Big up yourself.
See that skin away me have on. Black is the color. Centuries now here chicha go on. They want to keep our